Hi, I'm Arvind. I'm a second year journalism student. See, the government wants to get in persecuted minorities from Afghanistan, Bangladesh, and Pakistan, from Hindu, Christian, Sikh, Buddhist, Jain community. Fair enough. Because they can't go anywhere else and they need a refugee, fine. But we are an inclusive society. Why do you just want to neglect one particular community or one particular religion out of this? Aren't Muslims persecuted? Muslims are also persecuted. There are Muslim minorities in Pakistan, in Bangladesh. And what about atheists, people who don't believe in any religion? Why do you want to give rights only to the people who believe in certain religion? Can't people who don't believe in any faith or not aligned to any particular faith, don't they get entitled to this? Can't they be included under this umbrella? So they'll be left out. They'll neither be getting an opportunity here or to come and seek citizenship here, nor will they be treated with dignity there.
It is coming from the bottom of the heart of all the Indians, because we take pride in being a secular country. So I am an ex-Air Force officer, and we would not want our constitution to be amended in a manner which is not secular and which is based on the religion. So we have taken pride in 70 years towards our constitution, and this is a slap on the constitution, and each one of us are pride Indians. So this is the crowd which you can see from everywhere. They have come together against the Citizen Amendment Bill.
Seeing what's happening in the country, we know that the biggest hypocrisy is that the government is persecuting its own minorities and are having a moral stand on the countries whom they call as terrorists. And the other thing is, the biggest point is, if you're going to target a specific community, call them terrorists, then don't even allow them in the country. Now you still want to allow them in the country, those people whom you call terrorists, and you want to give them refuge, but then you don't want to give them citizenship. Now that community, everyone knows as Muslims. You want to make the Muslim country be banished to a no one's land. Yeah.
It's heartening to see so much crowd. I haven't come here like this for any protest. First time I'm coming. After Gauri Lankesh, she used to call me all the time. She used to keep telling me come for some protests or not. I've never come. First time I've come to support.
What's happening in Assam, where people are being beaten down. What happened in Kashmir also, about more than 1,200 people lost their eyes because of pellet gun shootings. So now it's going to be first lathi charge, then pellet guns, and then open fire. And the thing is, the people who are already polarized on the other side, they wouldn't feel sad even if people are dying tomorrow.
Our leaders wanted to be in India, and we fought against the Congress, and we were so pro-India.
So if you're looking forward to bring in more people who are persecuted, why don't you have an inclusive definition for who persecuted people are, rather than narrowing down the definition of who persecuted people are? So I think that needs to be addressed by the government. So if you really want to hail everyone who are persecuted, then please don't write only Hindu, Buddhist, Sikh, Jain, Parsi. Write persecuted minority as a whole definition, so that every persecuted minority is included under this.
Hello everybody, my name is Mukhit Hussain and I've come here to protest against the Citizenship Amendment Act. The only reason I oppose this bill is because it belittles and it undermines the freedom struggle of our founding fathers who fought for this country, who fought for this country's freedom. The citizenship as envisioned by our founding fathers was not based on any particular religion. It is unconstitutional and it goes against Article 14. So I oppose this bill.
Jai Hind! Jai